changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I made. Sacrifice the time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself in this coupe, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I get the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I...
Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
Scottis.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo, we stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running. It's only one team over here, this Cowboys. Believe that. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC 4L. All day, every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We got to go to free agency, then we got to go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. And we have a very special rendition of Cowboys Uncut, man. We have combined our Dallas Cowboys powers together like Voltron, and we have came together to bring y'all some of the best, unfiltered, unadulterated content on the face of the planet. We have Mr. Run the Damn Ball himself in the middle, West Coast Cowboy. We have superstar Jay Tuck, because this man is a globetrotter right now. This man just came back from the combine, man, all off in Indianapolis.
No, but for the draft.
And man, then we also have the war criminal Landlord from Alabama who will be sliding in momentarily. So yeah, man, we got a fine panel of folks on here, man. But how y'all brothers doing today?
Man, good, man, good. Like you said, man, I've been on the go lately. Blessed to be traveling all over, doing what we do best, covering the content and giving Cowboys fans that up close and personal feel. But before we start, man, I gotta say something, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just been burning a hole in me. And I got to say it, man. I have to give a huge shout out to my brother West Coast, man, because Mr. Run the Damn Ball, when he was saying this years ago, it was so much pushback. It was so more, we don't need to run the ball. And that's not the way the NFL works. And this and that. And right now, all you're hearing is, we need a running back. We need to improve the run game. We need to get an offensive line that can block. So once again, man, shouts out to my brother, I got the hat over there, man. I've been wearing the hat almost every damn video. But salute to my brother West Coast, man, because it's about having foresight of where the game is headed. A lot of us has played the game, and we know clearly the impact it can have when you have a talented ground game. But now everybody, 4 years later, 5 years later, you see what I'm saying? Now everybody wants to run the damn ball, but back in the day when West Coast was screaming it, everyone had something to say, man. So salute to my brother West Coast, salute to you, Henny, and salute to Landlord on his way, man. Thanks for having me on, fellas. Let's rock.
Oh yeah,
Shoot,
man. Always a pleasure.
man. Shoot, I
Indeed,
appreciate
man.
you, man. Shoot, man, you saw what the Eagles did, bro. That's all I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah.
And you
Quarterback
know the crazy thing about it is
day off.
the crazy thing about it is too, like when you try to say, well, you see what the Eagles did, people be like, yeah, but they had Saquon Barkley, and they try to act like Saquon Barkley isn't a running back.
Right. Mhm.
Now
Like, yeah, they had like,
he's one of the best running backs, but he's still a running back. Like his position didn't change, dog.
Right.
yeah, exactly. They're like, yeah, it's Saquon. It's not that it's a running back. It's Saquon Barkley. No, bro, he ran the ball.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. You know, they always going to move the goalposts, but the fact still remains the same. You need a good ground game, and it helps your quarterback and your team out tremendously. So,
Yeah, and I'm gonna
you
tell
know.
you this. I don't. What day is today?
It's Monday. It's Monday, dog.
Monday to what?
The third.
The 3rd of what? March? It's
Third of
March
March.
3rd, 2025. And it still doesn't feel like anybody gives a damn that the Eagles won the Super Bowl, right?
Except the Eagles.
No, exactly, bro.
I tried.
I ain't walked in. Listen to me. I ain't walked in one Walmart and saw Super Bowl champion merchandise for the Eagles in California. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. All last year, all you saw was Chiefs championships. So yes, they sell it everywhere. Nobody cares, bro.
They right back
Nobody cares
doing
except for the
draft
Eagles.
content just like we about to do.
Exactly, bro. Like, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like you're enjoying it, but it's like you only get to enjoy it. But hey, I'm not taking nothing from the Eagles because listen, I low key, I'm not saying I loved it, but because I don't love it at all. I wanted the Chiefs to win. But man, sometimes like maybe what is the worst thing that could have happened to the Jerry Jones? And that is the Eagles winning the Super Bowl the way that you could have done it 4 years ago. Because think about this. 4 years ago, you had a running back that was looked at as the best running back in football.
Mm-hmm.
You had him. You had him while he was looked at as the best running back. There was a time where Ezekiel Elliott was looked at as the best running back in football, and you guys didn't run him.
Right.
So I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah, can't cry over spilled milk now, but we got to get back to the basics. So
Somebody said he see Eagle stuff. Hey, listen, Scotty the man, I want you to send me a picture of it right now in my inbox. I give you 24 hours. I give you 20. I got a free run the damn ball hat for you. Or I'll give you $25 off of if you're not a run a damn ball, I'll give you $25 off of a jersey. I want you to send me a picture. I want you to send me a picture of you inside anywhere in Southern California at a Walmart where they have Eagles world champion merchandise. I want you to send that to me. You're gonna either get a free hat or I'm gonna give you $25 off any jersey you want.
And that's player.
Right.
What part of California you live in right now?
And you know they be capping in the chat, bro.
You know he capping, but he didn't know I was with that smoke though.
Yeah.
He didn't know I was with that smoke though.
So we talk about what we have. Now we got to talk about what we need to get because we got a lot to talk about, man, about building up this roster in the offseason. Now, two things happened today that sort of formulate the picture of where some people are going to be at. Because around in the offseason, it's like where this person going to end up, but this person coming back. I know two things for sure that I didn't know this morning now. T. Higgins is going to be a Cincinnati Bengal. So everybody that had him on your wish list, I know what's going to happen no way. We know how Jerry Jones get down. He ain't going to spend no real money. So that pipe dream's gone. They franchise tag that man again. But there's a wide receiver on your team that got hit with a tag or a tender, Kevontae Turpin. Kevontae Turpin just got hit with a second-round tender, meaning that whoever signs Kevontae Turpin has to give the Dallas Cowboys a second-round pick. So damn well.
But he also gets $5.26 million, which
he also
is
gets 5.2.
He's the most he's gotten paid more in most of his life. So salute to him.
Yeah, shout out to my boy, man. Matter of fact, I think the devil is in the background. Hold on. There you go.
Wait a minute.
But I'm keeping real. If I'm Kevontae Turpin, man, what up, landlord? If I'm Kevontae Turpin, that man, forget that freaking $5.5 million, bro. If you think you're a wide receiver, you're now a very lowly paid wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? So Kevontae Turpin, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't know how you can push for a contract, but I would definitely try to push for a contract because I could definitely see the Cowboys keeping you on that tender for 1 year and saying "Hasta luego" next year, bro.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
at $5 million, you're an all-pro punt returner, and you can help me as a wide receiver. That's a good ass deal for $5 million.
to me, it's almost the same problem that Debo finna have. You know what I'm saying? Do you go against what made you who you are? You know what I'm saying? Like him running the ball and catching the ball is what made him Debo Samuel. They saying that he don't want to run no more. So I mean, if Turpin want to be a wide receiver, what made Turpin though?
Debo Samuel said he don't want to run the ball no more.
That's why that man been hurt.
Yeah, he don't want to be a running back. You know what I'm saying?
He
looking at Christian McCaffrey. He's looking like Chris McCaffrey's a real running back, and he can't stay healthy.
Yeah. I mean, but he made his bones, his bread and butter is doing both.
Doing both.
Can I say this in Debo Samuel's defense? Like folks act like when he made his All-Pro selection, he was a 1,400-yard receiver. Like
he did his thing.
He barely did anything on the ground. Then now they act like he's a fullback.
But we was like the allure of Debo was that he did both. They even made a name for it, the wide back. You remember you heard people saying stuff like that. So, but the reason we was so in awe of Debo Samuel was because of the dual threat. You know what I'm saying? That's what made him great. You know what I'm saying? So how great is he gonna be at this stage of his career as just a pure wide receiver?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. When you put you got to put y'all name on it, because I ain't never been in awe of Debo Samuels. I've always thought that Debo Samuels was a running, because like this is what my thing, right? I don't see Debo Samuels making great wide receiver plays. I see Debo Samuels taking slants and turning into a running back and getting yacked the hell out of him. You know what I'm saying? Out of that 1,400 yards, I'm curious to know how much of that was yak yards after carry. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't see a lot of Debo going down the field. You know what I'm saying? Like a true wide receiver, like a CD. Like I think Debo's probably running in a route tree from 1 to 9. I think he's probably running up to 5. You know what I'm saying? Nothing past 6. You know what I'm saying? 6 being, it's like a post. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's doing, very about those. That's why a guy like Brandon Ayuk was still being able to affect it. And then think about this. When it was all said and done, the 49ers picked a real wide receiver over the dual threat dude. Because in the NFL, unfortunately, you got to be really, really good at one thing versus just being kind of like at a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I kind of thought Debo Samuel is. I thought Debo Samuel's always has been he's a running back who can catch really well. You know what I'm saying? But he don't got the frame to be a running back. You know what I'm saying? So he's a wide receiver. But his mindset on the ground is a running back.
I will say this. The 49ers are thinking about resetting completely because they still talk about trading Brandon Ayuk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's somebody I would be interested in.
Me too.
I mean, if he didn't get this is the thing about contracts, bro. When you get a major injury on the first year of a contract, it sours the whole deal, bro.
Right.
You ain't lying.
And I'm gonna tell you who said that? Jerry Jones.
Right.
Jerry Jones said that. Like, bro, the most important year on a contract is the first year. And bro, you got like no matter, because think about this. We really got to come from an owner standpoint, bro. We really didn't even want to give you that. You know what I'm saying? We gave it to you and you got hurt. Nah. So I can see why they might be out on him, because that first year it sours you bad.
So question. With knowing what we know about the wide receiver situation with San Fran, they already done shipped Debo Samuel. They're talking about shipping Brandon Ayuk. What are the odds of them taking Ted McMillan right before us? Because they do pick one pick ahead of us.
It's extremely high. I feel like when it comes to the 49ers, wide receiver is definitely going to be on the play. Now, will it be Ted? I don't know. But you have a situation where you have Matthew Golden starting to lead, but you also have Luther. And if you think about it, Luther Burden fits San Francisco. Like he just feels like a San Francisco 49er, and he gives you that more high octane version of Debo Samuel. But I don't think that Luther Burden is going to go that high. Being out there at the combine, there's a lot of people kind of skeptical about him. I personally love him, but just talking to him, he's not he's just not coming to Dallas, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We know the type that Dallas likes, and he's definitely not one of those at that position. But I think, yeah, the wide receiver is definitely in play for the 49ers. So if the Cowboys are thinking wide receiver, which they should, and we'll talk about that here in a second, they should possibly try to leap San Francisco. But it could be a situation where it's like, okay, they might take Tet, then we take Golden, or they take Golden, we take Tet, or a Mecca. But yeah, I think San Francisco's definitely about to go wide receiver, especially after they pay Purdy.
Do you feel wide receiver is slim compared to running back this year? I feel
Oh
like
yeah,
he's a little top
Purdy
heavy.
running back. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's why I sacrificed my first for a wide receiver this year.
Yeah,
I ain't waiting around. Yeah,
1,000%. That was a video I just made today, right? Because like, even though I know there's a lot of talk about Genty or even Hampton, who I love, you can still get a quality running back. So I asked the question: would you rather have Genty in the first and like a Jalen Royals in the second or third, or would you rather go get a Tet and then go get a Quinshawn Junkins in the second?
I'm Jenkins all day.
Option B, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more enticing to me. So, for me personally, I would go with wide receiver if you care about helping Dak. Now, you don't give a damn about Dak and he got to do more or less, then go ahead and get your offensive lineman or defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? Let Dak go out there and struggle on that hamstring, and we'll just kind of have.
So that's not I can't speak for the other guys, but I'm non-negotiable on that. I'm not negotiating. If it ain't weapons, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Me too, bro.
I'm done, bro. I've been asking for weapons almost 3 years now.
Which is crazy because I spoke about that in my video. So my very first video I ever made as a content creator on my channel was explaining why the Dallas Cowboys should draft CeeDee Lamb. 5 years later, we ain't drafted a weapon since. That was it.
Not one.
Not one. Not a back, not a tight end.
We ain't went second round with a receiver.
Yeah.
We ain't went second round. Not
Well,
even first.
they technically thought they was drafting Shoemaker and second round. Hey man, I paid money. I paid money to go watch him get drafted, bro.
Bro, we in the rain.
Bro, I really forgot he existed. I swear I did.
Oh no, listen.
I felt like we need a tight end. I'm a little low on what Ferg was doing. I know he was hurt, but I'm like, shit, is Ferg finna stop me from getting a dope tight end if I see one? I don't think so.
This the thing for me. I got a two-pronged thing. Most of the good tight ends never end up going in the first couple rounds anyway. Like
unless you Brock Bowers or
unless you like Brock Bowers or something. Like that's essential to the rules.
Can we stop that, man? Like,
I'm just saying, like, when you come up with a track record of how many tight ends actually pan out
Sam
in the first,
Laporta went one pick outside the first round. So I mean,
listen, Sam Laporta.
He was him.
But I'm just talking about like the first couple of rounds. Even when you look at guys like Jason Witten, that man was a third round pick.
Dalton Kincaid.
We always had success. We had success in the fourth.
And then Kyle Pitts was Kyle Pitts was number 8. That was not a good. So I see.
They know Pitts.
That did not go good. Atlanta's been talking about trading him right now. That did not go good. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If Atlanta can draft over right now, there's no way they take Kyle Pitts over. Who was it? The wide receiver.
Jamar Chase.
Huh? There you go. There's no way in hell they take.
That's the only reason why it looks like that, because you know what I'm saying. That's the.
It looks like that because it looks like that because they don't use him in the position they drafted him.
Atlanta just a little stupid.
Yeah, that's Atlanta's fault. They drafted a tight end and play him at wide receiver.
I'm gonna be honest though, a skinny tight end ain't nothing but a wide receiver though. That's the only thing about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that's why he's not effective. You know what I'm saying? You just a wide receiver. Like, why would I put my linebacker or safety on you? Nah, I'm gonna put a cone on you. You look like a receiver to me. I'm gonna treat you like a receiver.
And think about this: most defenses are running 3 corners already anyway. So I have somebody that can be on. I have someone that can already assign to you anyway because we're gonna run 3. Listen, I would say out of 32 teams, 28 of them think their tight end is fast. Yeah. Like 28 teams think they have a fast tight end. Because think about this: the Dallas Cowboys, we got Ferguson, and we think he's a downfield blah 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 blah. He can be occasionally.
He got a little wiggle on him. He do.
But I'm just saying. But think about this. Most tight ends, bro, to be a tight end in today's NFL with so much passing, bro, you got to be able to get down the field. If Jason Witten, just to bring up Jason Witten, the style of tight end, I don't even know if Jason Witten would be effective as much in this style of offense as he was in that style. You know what I'm saying? Because Jason, Man, they gonna cancel me. Lead it. I'm gonna just go. Yeah,
I'll
y'all
say
ain't ready for
this:
that.
like, if we do what they say we're gonna do, we're gonna run the ball, and the tight ends will be in position to block and release. Like Jason Witten will probably go crazy in the offense. We're finna run.
But I'm saying the NFL. I'm not talking about in our offense. I'm talking about the NFL in general. How they want these NFL, they want these tight ends to be like wide receivers getting down the field. Like Jason Witten was an all around good ass tight end.
So
You know what
I
I'm
tell
saying?
you,
And they don't really
I
value
tell
those no more.
They
They
they,
want
they,
tight ends
they
that have
do
a
because
skill set.
there's one in this year's class is going to go first round. Tyler Warren.
Jay Witt
Tyler
was
Warren
that
was
dude.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, Tyler
he's
Warren.
amazing.
He's a jack of all trades tight end that can block, get downfield. Hell, he can run the ball. He'd probably be our number one running back on our roster right now. So me personally, I was saying if you want to kind of go BPA and Tyler Warren was sitting there, I would consider it, but they wouldn't do it, right? But I feel like he's a player that can just be dynamic, and I just feel like I'm with Landlord. It's weapons or bust for me. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't care about we need a left tackle. We need to stop. I'm not buying. I'm working on our
So
trenches for damn near 10 damn years.
Facts.
And
And like you said,
my,
we
my
ain't drafted no weapons, bro. We ain't
no,
drafted the last running back we drafted. His name is Tony Pollard. I don't want to hear
that's
nothing
great.
about Deuce
Little
Vaughn
leg.
at all. I don't want to hear nothing about that because he
He
hasn't been
wasn't tall enough
effective
to be a
for
running
us.
back.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't tall enough to get on the ride. Nah, no. I'm not talking about that dude. And then when you talk about wide receiver, it's been drastically neglected. We've been trying to be cheap and trying to finesse the system, and it hasn't been working. You got Semi Hoku, you got Jalen Tolbert, you got all these dudes who haven't worked out, and now you gotta pay the piper, bro. It's time to actually buy and spend for something that's quality. You know what I'm saying?
We ran Dak out
or
there. We
or
ran
but
Dak out there with Dennis
also think
Houston
about
as the starting wide receiver. The disrespect.
They do that so dirty,
What were you
bro,
finna
with
say,
these
Wes?
weapons, man.
No, what I was saying is, what the Cowboys really have, the reason why they haven't also been drafting weapons is because they have actually been bringing in class. I'll say there. Listen to me. There's week one free agencies, there are week two free agencies, and there's week three free agencies. The Cowboys have been bringing in like week three free agent wide receivers with the Brandon Cooks.
Randall
What was the other
Cobb.
boy they brought in
No,
after Brandon?
before Randall
Randall
Cobb before
Cobb.
him. But I get
Yeah,
what
you know
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying?
But
I
still,
was just Cooks was the first. That's part of the reason why they haven't been drafting. So my thing is this: if the Cowboys make because this is the cool thing about it, guys. The draft will make you think that it comes
free
before
agency.
free
Mhm.
agency. But the draft is Christmas. Thanksgiving still has to come. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we like to get into Christmas and forget that we have to have Thanksgiving first. So it's like I'm all for weapons, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. I would think that at this point, drafting as much as we do need a left guard, because you just had, I think the most important, not even the most important, the biggest hole for the Dallas Cowboys right now is the one that you haven't had to compensate for, and that's Zach Martin, because he's always
Hold
been
that
there.
thought
You know what
real
I'm
quick,
saying?
Wes. Hold that thought. Mr. Spock says, "Do you guys have a link for donations?" And then he also said, "Jay Tuck blocked me for some reason."
Hey, my CFO game, we shoot and ask questions. We
Yeah,
shoot.
man. If the cash apps, the cash apps are on there. The cash apps are on there, and if J Tuck blocked you, you probably did something you
Yeah.
weren't supposed to. So just don't do it
We
again.
shooters
All
stay
right.
on the go, bro. You know it's vibe over there, bro. We don't play them games. But to go to Wes's point, this is why I'm kind of concerned for what me and Henny are standing for, because just like Henny just said, they put the tenure, second round tenure on Turpin. So obviously they want to bring him back. I feel like we're about to get Mingo. See what I'm saying? So they gave up a fourth for Mingo, and they're going to include him in this draft class. And we know Jalen Tober and Brian Schottenheimer like this, and Dak Prescott and Jalen Tober's like this. I feel like they can go into a situation where they feel like this wide receiver core is good enough, and they're going to run them out there. And if they pass on these talent sitting right there, whether that's Emeka Ibuka, whether that's Ted McMillan, or whether that's Matthew Golden or Luther Burton sitting right there at 12, y'all, I'm coming unglued. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming unglued. So
My hope is that they continue the trend that they've been doing and just upgrade it just a little bit. Get me a
it doesn't
week
need a little
two
bit. It needs a
wide
lot though,
receiver.
Wes. It needs a lot.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, so that we can still do what we still need, what we y'all. Because like this, the thing, like there has to be like the Cowboys have holes that you cannot just fix in the draft. So it's like Like, in order for some of these guys to really work, because man, if say we go get the dude from Arizona, the wide receiver, and bro, our offensive line, pause. And I'm not even saying pause because I'm about to say something because y'all know I don't believe that. I'm saying pause so we can all take a break and think about this thought I'm about to say.
What's that?
The Cowboys don't have an offensive line player on their team right now that is older than my son, right? Think about this, bruh. My son, who now is 8 years old, he look at this team right now, has had 5 different offensive lines. And think about this. You're about to have the youngest offensive line probably in the NFC and for sure your division. Because Tyler, right now, Terrence Steele is going to be your most veteran offensive lineman. He regressed last year, and I will take the L on him because I thought not Tyler Smith, but Terrence Steele. I thought Terrence Steele was going to be better after injury. Some guys don't get better after injury; they just can't come back. He can't come back from it. You know what I'm saying? Then your guard, Zach Martin, he's gone. So that's going to be 0 experience if you go draft a rookie, or that's going to be a free agent who's never played for the
So
Cowboys.
Wes,
why?
I have to, I
Your
have
center.
to, I have
hold
to
on,
blatantly
hold
disagree. We
hold
had
that
the best
thought.
offensive line ever. Go ahead.
Hold that thought real quick. Your offensive line actually played better last year without Zach Martin. Like the guy the
Okay,
guy
but
that took up his spot was graded right outside the top 10 in everything for guard.
But you know what? But you know what I'm also going to say though is, and you're gonna have to feel me on this one. Those were in meaningless games, bro. There's gonna be a heightened tension when Dak Prescott, your $60 million quarterback, is out there. You know what I'm saying? So let me finish that thought now. You have your center who, you know,
Trent.
he was all right, man,
Nah,
but he's under
but
2 years.
this
Then your then Tyler Guyton,
right.
he's coming back for his second, bro. You don't listen. And honestly, I don't know if is Terrence still under contract. I think he's on a 1 year
He
deal right
is.
now.
He is.
And they already said he's gonna be the starting right tackle. Stephen
What I was
Jones
going to
came out
say
and said
was
good
they're
job.
also
Okay,
talking though, because with his offensive line coach coming to Dallas, that Cooper Beebe could slide to right guard. Me personally, I feel like that's what.
who's my
Huh?
center?
They
You
gonna
can go,
put
yeah, you can
Who's
go
gonna be
get
your
one.
Hoffman.
center?
They
You
said
can do
Brock
Brock.
Hoffman.
You can do
They
Brock
said Brock
Hoffman.
Hoffman. They said Brock Hoffman and them gonna swap jobs.
When I about to say when he playing guard,
Who?
Who?
Brock Hoffman?
With
Yeah.
Brock.
Cooper Beebe?
Landlord. I'm like
Yeah,
landlord
yeah,
now. I'm
yeah. So
all
Brock was
confused.
playing guard when
He was
Zach went
playing
down.
guard when
Cooper
Zach
Beebe
Moore
played
went
center.
down, and
So
he wasn't playing center.
Okay, listen,
I
listen.
talked to Cooper Beebe's.
Hey, what's the best 5? Just how about this? What's the best 5 offensive linemen you can give me right now?
Time out. We need to whisper this offensive line talk because
They
I
gonna hear us.
promise you,
They gonna hear
I won't be able to bear this, man. If they draft an offensive lineman, bro.
I'm not for. Listen to me. I'm not for
I'm t-
drafting offensive line.
no,
I'm
no.
for going to go get a
Let me
veteran.
restate
Go
this.
get a veteran offensive
I'm with
lineman.
that. Let
We
me
all fine with
restate
that.
this. If they draft the offensive lineman in the first 2 rounds,
I might
all
kill
the rest of the
somebody.
stuff
He's
I
gonna
don't
have to
care.
start.
The
F
first 2
star, he gonna have
rounds,
to be
bro.
Jesus.
The first 2 rounds, man. If I don't get a wide receiver and a running back, I'm going fucking crazy. I'm gonna pull every
Yeah,
lock out of my head. I'm
There you
going
go.
but
ballistic.
There you
landlord, but
go.
you
There you
gotta
go.
talk. You gotta.
I got you a veteran offensive lineman. Go get Alex Kappa, guard from the Bengals.
Okay, so there we go. Go get him. Go. But listen, this is what I'm saying. This is my fear. I'm telling y'all, this is my fear. My fear is that the Dallas Cowboys are going to go in since you lost Zach Martin, and he is the name. He's the biggest name that you lost. They're going to go into this draft trying to replace
I think
that.
they already have it though.
Man, I
So
hope
they
so,
have it
bro.
in Cooper Beebe, because like I said, because Cooper Beebe they live here, right? They live like around the corner from. So his dad was saying that Mike McCarthy was the one who believes that Cooper Beebe's a center. The offensive line coach, that's Solari, right? Wanted him to play guard, but it was a Mike McCarthy decision to put him in the center. Now, of course, he uptrended, but his offensive line coaches already came out and spoke about him moving back to guard, which I think is his more natural position. So I think then you go with Hoffman back at center, you swap them back. The left tackle, for me, is concerned. So landlord, you know what I'm saying? The left tackle, I feel like that's the biggest need. Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
can I
keep it
say
on the
this?
low.
Left tackle. That so Tyler.
Tyler
So what was that?
Guyton.
What?
I mean, there's so many Tylers on this team.
No. I'm asking. So, what are your real opinion? What is your real opinion of Tyler
Me
Guyton?
personally, go ahead.
Are you sure? Okay, this is my thing. I don't care if you got buyer's remorse at this point. Cause nobody told you to draft this man. But this is what I can say about drafting a first round pick. You have to give a first round pick more than 15 games to decide if he can play football. So if you don't,
Because you have a
you got a
lot
lot
invested
invested
in
in
him.
him. So guess what? You better go get you a veteran to be right behind him, so you can pull him and put somebody else in. But listen, you got to at least see if he can play football. Because if you gonna draft a left tackle every year, because they gonna struggle year one 9 times out of 10. It's not. It's one of the hardest positions to play on the offensive line for a reason. They want to get all the damn money.
You're playing against the most experienced players on the field or the most
Exactly.
talented players.
You got $30 million pass rushers.
Defensive end. Yeah, defensive end and edge rushers.
Hey, Spook, my cash app is $ Henny the more.
The cash out's right here on the
Mine should be on
screen.
there.
Spot.
They right there on the screen, man. You know how your lady be wanting to buy you something, but she don't be wanting to buy you something because you know what I mean. So she just keep asking you if you want. But that's how I be feeling. Like,
Well,
man, hey man, it's
I'll
all good.
say
You ain't gonna.
this about Guyton. I don't care. I'm sorry. Because guess what? I really don't care, bro. Like for real.
I'm with you.
I don't give a damn. I'm sorry. So because the reason I say that is, guess what else will help Dak? A running back, a wide receiver. Like y'all gotta understand it's a marriage, bro. Like sometimes Dak might not have to hold the ball as long if he had somebody getting open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was a major problem that we had last year.
And
People wasn't
That
getting
means they
open.
need somebody to get open
and-
right
People
now.
wasn't getting open.
here's a tough conversation, and I don't want to get into it because it just is. But a lot of that holding the ball, a lot of that was on Dak.
Could have
It be
been
like that.
So you were seeing people that was open and he was missing them. I know at the beginning of the year he was struggling a little bit.
Because if you look at it, right, when we went to Cooper Rush, how quick was Cooper Rush? Now it was one read, right? It was a quick throw, but I felt like when it comes to Dak, sometimes he likes to scan the field. He was doing too much. It's too much processing, right? So you think about it, Terrence Steele looked better at the end of the season because Cooper Rush was just getting out one read, two read, let it rip. If not, throw it in the dirt, right? When it's Dak, he's doing a full field read, going across, doing all, and that's where the pressure was coming because all these teams were able to rush 4 and drop 7. So it's also going to come down to scheme wise to help Dak out, but also like Landlord is saying, you also need some wide receivers that's just quick, get open, quick slant, and they can just do what they God-given ability. So I think weapons will naturally help it, scheme will naturally help it, but I'm concerned about the scheme because it's Schottenheimer, so more than likely it's going to be Dak's scheme. But yeah, it's a lot of different things that kind of led into what we saw last year.
We need a draft. We need an offensive weapon on our team that gives you that Demarion Overshawn effect on offense.
But
Like
instant impact.
we need that Demarion Overshawn effect on offense where it's like, what the fuck is
That's
this?
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like Overshawn low-key made you listen to me. Overshawn low-key made you think about forget about Micah Parsons at times. You know what I'm saying? And Micah was doing stuff that you'd be like, damn. Micah did not have a bad season at all. The only thing that happened to Micah Parsons is he got hurt for the first time. And people weren't used to seeing him off the field. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because that was the first time we did a season where Micah was off the field on the field because of injuries. So and while he was doing it, he was podcasting. So we know that ain't y'all already hate him for
It's
that
been a
anyway.
minute since I chopped it up with Tuck, man. I got a couple of draft questions. I know that's your wheelhouse. I got a couple like draft scenarios I want to get at you.
One thing that right now, the West Coast, right? That's going to the draft, right? I feel like the way this team is constructed with all these different holes, the only way that we can fix it and get back to contention this year, we need some instant impact, right? When we got Zeke, it was just like nothing mattered. We just had the best running back. We could do whatever we want to whoever we want. It was instant impact. CeeDee Lamb, instant impact. Micah Parsons, instant impact. You need a guy. Yeah, exactly. You need someone who's going to step on the field offensively and have instant impact. And there's some few wide receivers in the draft that we'll talk about. But getting an offensive lineman,
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, like that's a good segue. I just want to ask one question. If we don't,
and I'm gonna tell you.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. As far as offensive line, like really, if you're looking at this coaching staff, do you guys even trust the Dallas Cowboys to put a first-round offensive lineman on this field? And they still trying to figure out Tyler. No,
we got
that's
a new
too much,
coaching staff though. Just to be fair.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, listen to me. Your coaching staff has already got to fix one first-round pick from last year. Imagine having to fix another off. That's too much, bro. That's too much.
It go down to the sun.
Yeah, that's too much, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like think about this. If you draft a wide receiver and Lord forgive me, but if you draft a wide receiver, worst case scenario, even if the coach don't know what the hell he's doing, you know what you say? You see 88, he makes $35 million a year. Do what he
Now,
does.
Follow
look,
him
at
around.
the same time, I'ma just answer.
Just
I'ma
do
just
what
build
he
out
does.
what you said, and I gotta ask Tuck this question. All right, with CeeDee Lamb, that's the most important thing that I don't hear too many people speaking about. Like CeeDee Lamb was hanging on to a thread last year. You gotta get this
That
man some
collar,
help,
that,
bro. You gotta get him some help.
that
You using
collarbone.
CeeDee Lamb, you running the ball with CeeDee Lamb, you spamming Lamb. Like, bro, how lucky was he to even really make it through that season last year? Like, how long do you think you're gonna have a quality CeeDee Lamb product out there playing at that type of rate, playing at that type of speed? It's not gonna work for
And
you
you know
for
what's
long.
crazy?
That's something I'm not willing to bet on. That's why he has to
Yeah.
get help. Okay, let me ask Tuck this question real quick. You know the prime people that we want, that we praying that we get, Gentry or either Tech. If them dudes not there, give me somebody that's gonna make us feel comfortable. Like, okay, we still got a good haul out of those first two picks. Like, if those dudes wasn't our option, give me your best two, your best receiver after him, and your best running back, so we can feel good and sleep peacefully.
Yeah. So the best running back I would say is far none is Amari Hampton, y'all. Like Amari Hampton, me personally, if you feel like Genty's your number one running back, okay, cool. Then Hampton should be right after. And it's razor thin for me personally, where I could put Hampton over Genty and lose no sleeps about saying that. So I feel like Amari and Hampton out of North Carolina would be that guy. Now I know some people are going to squeal and say, "Oh, you shouldn't have got him that early." It's going to be just like with Bijan and Gibbs, right? Bijan went early, and a lot of people remember we were doing those mocks. Like, oh, we can get Gibbs in the second round. Hell no. Detroit stepped up and said, "Give it to me." And I bet we can make the argument. It's not that big of a difference as far as the production is concerned. From wide receiver, for me, if I'm looking at it from the Cowboys lens, if T-Mac is off the board, then I think Emeka Ibuka is the best fit for what Dak likes to do
my
and
God.
what the Cowboys
What's
like.
wrong?
Hold that
What
thought.
happened?
Shout out to Robert Coleman for the $100 cash out, man.
Wow.
You is the most gangsters
Salute.
supporter in a country.
Salute,
Salute to
Hey.
my
man.
boy, man, for
We
showing
appreciate you,
love.
man.
And that spot, was that you? 'Cause I know you've been asking for the cash out.
Salute, man. Whoever that was, we
Shoot,
appreciate you.
mine is West Coast. Oh, what is it? West Coast 16, 08, 28. What, it's on the screen right there. Head
Spread
damn
the
it.
love, you know what I'm saying?
Spread the
Spread the
love.
love.
But nah, like I look at that like you said, I like Hampton. One thing that kind of bothered me with Hampton, from what I seen, I don't see him.
Step ain't on there. That's why
I
he
don't
can't give
see
me.
boy.
him.
Salute.
I don't see him really shaking folks though. I like my backs to be a little elusive.
He's not super elusive, but he's more than enough, right? And he has
Okay.
a simple plant and cut and go.
If
But
he
like
can
I
do a
said,
little simple jump
yeah,
cut
yeah,
like
yeah.
Zeke used to do,
Yeah.
that's why I was telling him Zeke wasn't really that elusive for real. He was just a downhill dude.
Man, you better watch your mouth, man.
Man,
Zeke jumped over a dude 7 games into the season.
Nah,
He's
He
7
said,
games
listen,
into the
he said
I'm
it's
season,
talking
bro.
physical,
about
not
You better
athletic.
knock
elusive.
it
He
off,
talking
bro.
about
He talking
elusive.
about
yeah,
physical.
You better
he's
watch
not
your
Look,
mouth,
elusive.
man, Lord.
he jumped over a
You
nigga.
watch your mouth.
But
Is
he's shifty.
Watch
He's
your
is
mouth.
Zeke
shifty
and
though, Landlord.
Saquon the same skill level? No.
I
And like I
Are
said,
they the same caliber? Not caliber. Not
today
caliber.
no.
Now I'm
Today
gonna
no,
take
but when
that
they
back.
came into
All
the
I'm
league, yeah.
saying is, do they run? Is they run style the same?
Yeah, that's more than what he talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. That's
Today
the best
no.
way to put
Today
it.
no.
No,
That's
No.
all I'm
he
saying.
talking about style.
Yeah, is they run style the same? Saquon just as big as Zeke and powerful like Zeke, but he gonna shake you to
Hey,
the
but
ground. You know what I'm saying?
yes, and
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something too. And I'm gonna tell you something too. And this is what I know. And this ain't even negative. This is just what I know. That's the difference between loving your body being in a certain shape and a condition and you being more business. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. When the off season happens, my boy Zeke he got endeavors. He got stuff he's doing. He's making his money green. And I'm not saying football is not his focus no more. I'm not saying that. But Saquon Barkley is like a dude where he's like a Terrell Owens. When he's 40, he's still gonna think he can
He probably
still
still
play.
could.
You
The
Yeah.
know what I
only
mean?
thing I
And he probably
the only
and
go
what
ahead.
I'm just saying that's why I believe that their bodies are like that now because Zeke ain't really never had no major injury.
Landlord.
You know what
I
I'm
just
saying?
feel
I
like
told you that
the
though too,
only
didn't I?
reason the only reason I feel like my back, as far as the Cowboys go, I feel like he need to be a little more elusive. Like I need the first guy to miss, cause I ain't too sure how greatly our runs gonna be blocked all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I need
yeah.
a dude.
That's
I
mandatory.
need
That's
a dude to
mandatory.
be
That's
able to make the
mandatory.
first guy miss. And
So
them
for
straight
him,
downhill runners don't do that well.
yeah,
to me.
he's not just a downhill runner.
And
He's
that's
more,
mandatory.
he's
That's
more than
Mando.
enough. Like he's not shifty like a DJ Giddens or like what Deuce.
Like Bucky was last year.
But he has like I think like 4.3 yards after contact. Like he's a like I tell y'all, bro, like dead ass. When he came to the podium, I didn't know it was him. He is built like
He's
a damn
huge.
linebacker. I was like, bro, who is this? Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So he is a big dude. He ran with like a 4.44 or something like that.
He ran like a 4.47.
Yeah, 4.47. So Amari and Hampton, he has. I mean, if you want to go watch film, I mean, I have it on my channel, but landlord, let's go watch him versus Florida State. I mean, he did whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So like he is talented, just like Genty. So I feel like he would be up there. But there's so many more, man. You can talk about Caleb Johnson, you can talk about Quinshawn Judkins, you can talk about, you know,
I like Judkins a lot.
you know, one of my guys who I feel is slept on, which I still don't understand why, is RJ Harvey out of UCF. So there's so many talented running backs where we're going to be sitting back talking during the season saying, I don't know, Genty was the best one.
What about your guy Neal out of Kansas?
Oh, yeah, Devin Neal out of Kansas. Yeah, absolutely.
I like
Yeah,
Neal. I like
absolutely.
Devin
Yeah,
Neal.
absolutely. Devin Neal. So,
He's the only running. He's probably because I watched him play. I watched him play versus Colorado, and no answer.
And see, the thing is about that, right? Devin Neal's been doing that for years. It was just like, that was the first time that people actually was just watching Kansas football was versus Colorado, and he wasn't going to be denied on senior night. So, you know,
that boy went
crazy.
cold.
Like I said, when I was there for senior day at Arrowhead, and I walked past him and told him, hey, man, you know, good luck today. He just looked different. You know what I'm saying? It looked like, hey, bro, like you good. Like he's like he was in tears. You know what I'm saying? Because it was his last game. He's actually from Lawrence, Kansas. So that was his home school. So he wanted that game, and he was, you know what I'm saying? So like Devin Neal's one of those guys. And, you know, I compare him to Dalvin Cook, the young Dalvin Cook, not the one we had on our practice squad, but he reminds me a lot of Dalvin Cook, kind of that wide zone runner that can just see, crease, cut, and go. So there's a lot of quality guys, but I would say, you know, for your question, landlord, Hampton would probably be the running back, and I would say Emeka Ibuka would probably be for the wide receiver. Now, me personally, I'm a Luther Burton guy. I like that toughness. I like that dog with that swagger, that wide receiver who comes under the CeeDee Lamb and feels like he's better than CeeDee Lamb.
I need that type of guy on there too.
But I just know they're not going to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask the panel this.
Hold on.
With Shotty, the way Shotty's operating and talking, and it seems like everything is gonna be centered around this run game, right? I feel like if we gonna be a running team to that type of degree, I feel like a certain attitude need to come with that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my running back need to be a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. I feel like that'll set the whole team on fire. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
You really need to be listen to me. If you're going to be a running team, we need to really stop saying running back. You're going to need two running backs, bro.
Rico
So right now, that's why for me, that's the only reason why I've been out on Gentry. The reason being, and y'all know I love it. I got a Gentry Cowboy jersey at the house right now. I'm probably the only person in the world that has one right now.
For the $100 cash up on my side too, man. You're a goat round here, man.
God damn it, I gotta go check it. I'll be back. Hold on.
Hey man, but look,
I'll be serious.
Do y'all understand what I mean though? Like I know it's certain backs that run a certain way. And I'm gonna tell you, he and I already know who I done kind of fell in love with, bro. Like
who's that?
I like Judkins, bro. I promise, like, it just feel like he got that type of attitude, bro. I can see him, like, getting everybody lit after running somebody over. Like, I seen him, Tuck, I know you seen his film.
Mm-hmm.
Judkins be lining people up. He like, come on, we finna go head up, and I'm finna run you over. And then he get up and talk his talk. Like, I love that, bro. Like, I feel like sometimes we play like we don't got enough spirit, like enough fire in us. A running back like that, bro, I feel like that'll galvanize everybody. Like, we might not have it that night, but you see him run somebody over, you gonna be like, man, let's go. Like, the adrenaline in you gonna just jump up, bro. Like, you gonna be ready to go after that. I need that
Yeah, the only
attitude out of my back.
in
Because
order
of
in
that
order
word
for
is
that
that
to
the fact
happen,
that
in order,
he transferred to Ohio State when they already had Travion, that says he don't shy away from competition. And me personally, I want guys that don't shy away from competition. I feel like that's the biggest fault right now in Dallas. When the lights get bright, not everyone steps up. And I want guys, is you know what I'm saying, been in a national championship, played in the SEC where this is light. Light work for them. That's why I would like a Quinshawn Judkins because he don't shy away from competition. That's the same thing I'm saying about Amari and Hampton. Amari and Hampton really didn't have much to gain by being that combine. He could have pulled a Genty and set out and just did a pro day. He said, "Nah, I see all these killers out here. I'm
a killer too.
and show y'all what's good." And he went out there and smoked every drill just to put people on notice. And now everyone's having that conversation. So that's something I'm looking for is from the intangible aspect when it comes to some of these players in the draft.
Is it me or is Judkins
Yeah.
bigger? He looked bigger
Hold it,
on
though.
film to me.
Not really, not in person. Not
He
in
don't.
person.
It
Nah.
looked like he got that little running, the perfect running back build to me. He
didn't-
look a little big to me.
Compare
I
him
don't know
to
why.
Henderson, he didn't look much bigger. Like I said, the only person who really looked different in person was Amari Hampton because even Caleb Johnson, he didn't look as big as I thought he was, and also Ollie Gordon and Taj Brooks out of Texas Tech. Like I thought they were going to be a little bit more stout, but it was just like, all right, but he's talented enough. He doesn't shy away from contact. He plays for the bright lights. Tough balance. Like what I'm saying, like it's all there. It's all there with like. Here's the part that gets me nervous is that we don't have that 4th round pick, and the Cowboys could sit back and say, you know what, we can wait, and we're gonna get sniped just like last year. Because I feel like there's two tiers. I feel like it's Genty, Hampton, Johnson. That's tier 1. Then you have Judkins, Henderson, Sampson, Neal, and then I'm putting RJ Harvey in there. That's tier 2. And then tier 3 is when you get to like the Basil Tutons, the Brashard Smiths, the Jordan James, like those types of guys. But if you really want the ones that can step in day one, that's them, you're going to have to get it in those first 2 tiers. Yeah. I personally feel like.
Because I agree with you. Because
Yeah.
the 3 people you listed first, those are the guys I kept saying have all pro potential.
Right.
Like these other guys can come in and be Pro Bowl running backs in the right spot, but like those are guys or franchise guys you listed at first.
Who you said again for the chat?
Cowboys. I mean,
What the 3 was?
but like I was saying,
real quick.
Oh, the top 3,
Yeah.
in my personal opinion. Even with the combine, I'm still putting Caleb Johnson up there. I don't give a fuck how fast you run in your draws when you got to run in weighted pads. But it's gonna be Genty, it's gonna be Amari and Hampton, it's gonna be Caleb Johnson. Like those are the 3. And then, but listen, like I will say this: if your offensive line is really like that, there will be some running backs in here that your offensive line can elevate. Like I'm not saying that like they can just be game changers, but if we're talking about adding multiple lower tier running backs, you could probably pair somebody like a Rocket Sanders, like Woo Pig. He used to play Arkansas. He broke broke one of DMAC records, right? Rocket Sanders.
Hey man, don't say that no more.
He coming out. Listen, I'm just saying. I'm just using some great guys like Rocket Sanders coming out of South Carolina. Like he mentioned Tootin coming out of Virginia Tech. Like they may not be complete backs, but if you were to pair a couple of them together and your offensive line is together, you might be able to compensate.
Right.
Because listen, you got a lot of holes. That's the one thing I will be honest about. Because you might only be able to field one of the weapon positions early on, depending on how they look at it. Like
I was about to say, oh, go ahead. I thought you was done.
No, I wasn't. But there might be a guy high on their board there. Because like we may be in love with these wide receivers, but what do they have like Jihad there? Your guy from Alabama.
hey, real quick. I gotta pause this real quick. Emergency pause. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Spooky man, scan, save me. Listen to me. Thank you for the $100. And on behalf, listen to me, Jay Tuck. Listen. Be quiet. Everybody, be quiet. Jay Tuck, don't you say a goddamn word. Don't you say a word. On behalf of my brother Jay Tuck and CFO, I apologize. Okay, I'm gonna make sure you listen to me. You gonna be unblocked today. Today.
We might have to push Tuck in the broom closet and go on
Yeah,
ahead.
like listen, Tuck, he might be the expert on the draft and stuff, but listen, Spunky Man didn't do
Hey
nothing
man,
wrong.
like I said,
Do nothing
my
wrong.
shooters stay on go, dog. If you play
Oh,
something wrong, they hit you. I could probably unblock. I gotta find it. You know what I'm saying?
Please
I gotta
unblock the
listen.
man.
Please unblock him.
Get up. Can we get Spooky Man? Please get
He done
unblocked,
spent the
please.
check in
Why
here.
can you say
I got a small tear. I got a
with
tear
tears
coming out of
in
my eye right
eyes?
now.
Please get my boy out there.
With
Out there
tears in my
jail. Get my
eye.
boy out there jail,
Please,
man.
Tuck.
Let's see here.
He
Please give
ain't
him a
try to
second
do it,
chance,
Tuck.
Tuck.
It was a mistake.
He ain't mean no
Somebody
harm.
hacked his phone,
Man,
Tuck.
F it. I did it, Tuck.
Hey, that's what it was.
I did it.
They
No,
Let
hacked
me
hold
go.
on. No,
They
he
hacked
said I
him,
see
Tuck.
the message that got unblocked. He said, "Nah, you still on that. Dak needs to be a leader." Bullshit.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
they clipped his ass, bro. Hey, they clipped his ass. They clipped his ass. Hey,
I
CFO
get to
gang.
be
Hey,
quiet.
we mobbed up. They
He's
clipped
He
his
said
sorry,
we
man.
mobbed. Don't do
They
me
clipped his ass.
like that.
Listen to me. Tuck be hanging around them Joneses so much that every now and then he put his foot in his mouth. You're supposed to be
I'm
quiet
good.
right now. We trying to
I'm
work.
tripping, bro.
Trust me on this one, Tuck. I
Hey,
got
man.
you.
Hey,
I
my
got
shooters on go.
quiet.
Anyway, back to draft content, dog.
Fuck it.
He only blocked for 24 hours. He'll be back in the morning.
Spock my guy though, so I salute him.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
salute.
saying?
But man, listen.
But hey, man.
Hold on. I got a question for everybody.
I had a question
Dude,
too.
this finna be quick. Are you gonna give Rico Dow a chance, or are you kicking him off the bridge somewhere?
Rico said, "Y'all better stop."
Rico Dow.
What?
Rico,
Who?
All right.
He ain't from Alabama. Why
I'm
are you
asking
asking
a
that
que-
question? He did not go to
Listen,
Alabama.
Who
What are
is
you
Rico
doing?
Dow?
I'm just saying, man.
What?
The man had a decent little season.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So y'all
See,
just gonna kick the man
I
out the
love you,
bridge.
landlord, but I love you. But then
Who?
you do stuff like that. But then you ain't gonna fight for. But then you mad at Brandon Cooks.
Hell
It be
yeah, I'm
stuff
mad
like
at
that
Brandon
be like,
Cooks. Hell yeah.
bruh,
I ain't say I was gonna give him a chance. I'm asking will
Don't
y'all
cut
give him
for
a chance?
Rico, but you ain't gonna cut for
See,
I'm
Brandon
listen.
asking will
Cooks.
y'all give him a
Come
chance?
I
on,
don't even know who
bruh.
the hell he talking about. So some Rico Dow. We had a player named Rico Dow.
Wow.
Shit, I didn't know. You know,
You ain't switch up
Hey,
on you
but
so
I
bad,
listen to me.
boy.
hey,
Hey, I have a question. I have a that's what
New
I had a
number,
scenario
who
I was gonna
this?
throw.
what's the scenario with?
This is my scenario, right? I want to know, and this is running back. What free agent running back can we get? Because listen to me, we're gonna throw the ball about 30 times a game.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you need a running back that could probably pass block at least 15, 16 times. I don't want to put I don't want to put that specific trait on a rookie running back. I want to know who is a veteran running back we can get in here because they're still going to have. I doubt the Cowboys go rookie. I don't think they're going to do that at the running back position, especially them wanting to run the ball. So, who is a free agent running back that we could bring in here that will then allow us to not have to draft a running back in the first
You want to
round?
try Nick Chubb?
Is he healthy?
Kind of, sort of. It
Oh my
depends on
God!
what you think. Health
No,
is
was he healthy week 17? Was he healthy
as
week
healthy as
17?
you can be coming off that injury. That's how I'm gonna put it.
Y'all do know I went saying
oh,
Rico
yeah,
as the starter.
you know he can bring back.
Rico Dallas, I'm
I
out
was
for
just
Rico
saying,
Dallas.
like, stay on the
I'm out.
You know
team.
who Jerry
Like,
can bring
that's all.
back now that Mike McCarthy's gone?
If they bring back
Zeke.
Rico Down, I would be upset, bro.
Oh,
Did you say
you
Zeke?
know who Jerry can bring back now Mike McCarthy gone?
Mike was mad at Zeke. He's like, get your ass up out of here.
I don't know what Zeke did
Mike
to Mike,
didn't like
bro.
Zeke.
I don't know
He
what
was
Zeke did to
evil
Mike.
about that nigga.
Jerry gonna bring his dog back.
All right, so they
I know
throwing some
this.
names out.
I know this. I know Zeke wanted off his team 2 days before that Atlanta Falcon game. I know that for a fact.
Hey, man, as much as I love Zeke, bro, if they bring Zeke back and they pass on these running backs, I'm losing my dog.
Yeah, but what if they? But that's why I said. But realistically, we do need a
Right.
veteran. You can't give Dak two rookie running backs,
All
man.
right,
Like, you know what I mean? And
so
but you do need
all
one.
right,
You
so
do
there's
need
some
one.
names: Aaron Jones, Najee Harris, Nick Chubbs.
Najee Harris. Y'all like Najee Harris?
Raheem Mostert is a name you can throw
What's
out
up,
there.
Regina Green?
Even though he's more like Tony Pollard light, but you know.
I like Aaron a little more than the rest of them.
Hey, is the boy Brandon Cooks, the Cooks kid in Buffalo? He not available?
Hell no.
That's their best guy.
James Cook one of the best.
They paid him.
They going to. He had 18 touchdowns, bro.
God damn.
I know, but have they paid him? Actually, have they
That
paid him?
sounds
I
like
don't
you
think he
being
a free agent.
hyperbolic. He said he had 18 touchdowns and he for real. God damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot of touchdowns.
Yes,
Right?
you
That's a
are.
lot of touchdowns,
Our
but-
RB1 had 2. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
nigga, like in 2025, you a running back at 18 touchdowns?
That sounds so crazy, boy.
Hey, but listen to me. That boy, listen to my boy in Detroit had like 19 one year, and he ended up going to where did my boy go?
He
Jamal
went to the
Williams.
Saints.
He had like
He went
19
to the
touchdowns
Saints.
one
Yeah,
year.
he went to the Saints.
I mean, how many Jameer Gibbs had? That boy set the NFL on fire.
Right.
Gibbs had about 20. He had a ridiculous number too.
Hey, I got some more random fire questions for y'all, real quick. All right. So what position Kellen Moore is going to be? He's going to be he's the head coach over here in New Orleans, right?
That boy just brought in.
What do you think? What do you think? His first draft pick? What you think? What position group you
That's
think he's
just why
gonna
he
go?
just brought in Scott Linehan.
Wide receiver.
What'd you say?
And where the Saints picking? Where the Saints picking?
Where I'm a duck on Jay Tuck and he's a wanna do. That's why I got your stupid ass block, bro. That's why we clipped you. I don't need your money, nigga. I got my own bread, bro.
Oh my God!
We got our own money.
Go get it, Tuck. Get his ass. Listen to me. I done already deposited the money in my account, so you good, Tuck.
Keep it, blocked ass. Call in, and try to dunk on me, dog. I dare you to.
There is not a call-in number for the liquor store.
You ain't got a call-in number.
We let people we let people get drunk, so you know.
Yeah, you gonna get drunk and get a stupid ass dunked on, bro. Quit playing with me, bro. That's why you got your stupid ass block. That's why we don't play with you. Anyway, go over there. All right, back to business.
All right, now, next thing you know, next season, the starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys is
Deuce
Rico Dow and Deuce Vaughn.
I went wild on that one. I just said, fuck it, just go out the window.
If it's
And
Rico
Dalvin
bro,
Cook.
Dalvin
Cook and Deuce Vaughn.
My thing is this. If you're going to, my thing is this, bro. There's no way you pay Rico Dow for 1,000 yards and you didn't pay Tony Pollard, bro. How is that? That's like, bro. That's basically saying you're punished. It's punishment for this week, and then the next week it's not. Like they had the exact same season, and the Cowboys did not pay Tony Pollard.
Pollard had a better season.
They didn't bring
Tony
him back.
Pollard had more rushing touchdowns.
Right, yes, you got an touchdown, right? Yeah.
Well, there's no
but it's
way.
A story. The undrafted with 1,000 yards.
There's no way you pay Rico Dow, bro. There's no way, bro.
Yeah, love our guys. If
Malik Davis was your guys too, and you sent him to hell.
Compare Rico to what is.
Hey, but listen to me. They really ain't even been trying to pay their guys though.
Don't bring Malik Davis up no more, man. It grinds my gears.
Oh, that's what I want to talk to you about, man. How do y'all?
They didn't give him an
They
opportunity.
ain't give my boy a shot.
How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about Osa getting the franchise tag if the deal isn't done by tomorrow?
I feel like it's goofy. How much it is?
25.
A lot. $25 million.
Million. Listen, he gonna
Good
get
Lord, that's a lot of money. What Chris Ross
he's
said?
the scapegoat. They gonna tag Osa, blame his contract negotiations on why they don't go shopping in free agency. They gonna bring.
And probably
they're gonna bring in some old washed up dudes. They're gonna go out there and sign Darius Slay.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right here. No shade on Osa Odigizora because I believe, hey man, you earn whatever they're willing to give you. But if the Dallas Cowboys pay a defensive tackle $25 million when they could have paid all these other dudes $7-8 million and we really needed their ass, I'm gonna be upset.
I'm gonna say this.
Because, bro, we've been and now all of a sudden you're okay with giving a defensive tackle $20 million. But you could have gave Ndamukong Suh $6 million 4 years ago when we were in the playoffs.
I'm gonna say this though.
Like, listen to me. I don't see the Dallas Cowboys giving anybody on defense $25 million that they outside of a DB. Michael Parsons gonna get it, but a defensive tackle making $20 million.
They're trying to pay their light bill before they pay their mortgage.
Me knowing what Osa dad is, I ain't finna say much about it. You know what I'm saying? I wish him well.
The Cowboys don't value stopping the run at $20 million. They don't value.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Osa, man. You know.
Shout out to Osa.
I'm just saying the Cowboys don't value stopping the run for $20 million. No, they don't.
The run. He's a three tech.
Right.
Osa rushes the passer. He gets hits. He gets sacks. He don't even stop the run.
I know, but I'm saying the commonality of his position is that he's supposed, and this is the thing, if that's the case, I'm really not going to pay for it. Bro, I got people getting me sacks. I need a defensive tackle that's going to stop the run.
I'll be fit.
Like I don't need like Micah Parsons
I
gets
would be
sacks.
fair to
Listen to me. If that's the case, you know what I'm doing? I'm letting Osa walk. Give me
Well, it's
Lawson
crazy
back,
because they're moving on from Lawson and Chauncey Golston.
and that
Oh, they
makes no
moving from
damn
Chancey
sense.
too?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, they
kind of the
say they're gonna let
report.
them
That's
walk.
stupid,
Yeah, they
bro.
let him
That's
Chauncey
dumb.
and
I feel like y'all played Chancey the whole time. You didn't play him at the position he supposed to play, and then you finally put him in that position, and you seen some flashes.
right.
You had the man
And
that
he's one,
defensive
and they're
tackle
both
all
your
that
guys.
time. You made him gain weight. Like we played him, bro.
Right.
Like one of his biggest strengths was his strength.
Right.
And then you put him in the defensive tackle position. Now he's just an average strength defensive tackle. You know what I'm
Undersized too.
saying?
He's
If you would
undersized
have
in the
left him,
defense. He was
if you would have
undersized in
left
the
him at
tackle.
end, he probably would have been overpowering dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't put him in the middle like that and expect the same results. Y'all changed his position.
Yeah.
At least
What
not
I said
consistently.
last year, Hen, before they even did it, I said y'all need to put Chancey back at defensive end. And then they ended up doing it, and we seen a better Chancey.
A much better chance.
I mean, to keep it real, I think Sam Williams would have did better in that defensive tackle position versus him because Sam Williams is built like that. Chauncey 99, he's the smallest 99 I've ever seen on the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm
Right.
excited about what Sam gonna do this year. I hate he got hurt last year, bro.
Oh, maybe that's the reason why they're not bringing Lawson.
I hate he got hurt last year,
listen.
bro.
Because maybe they think the only reason Lawson got them stats is because Sam
So I
wasn't
will
there.
say this: you just been a second round pick on kneeling. You still got to see what Sam Williams do before he gets a contract because his contract finna be up. You don't know if you want to bring him back.
You don't even know if you want to pay Sam at this point.
I mean,
Yeah,
dog.
you can't pay Sam, bro.
We don't
unless he
even
comes back.
we don't even know we want to pay Jake Ferguson.
And you can't pay Sam Williams before Michael Parsons get paid. I know that. Basically, nobody can get paid on defense until Michael Parsons. Because, bruh, it's gonna start some bullshit.
Your
That's all
return
I'm
on
gonna
your
say.
investment from Sam Williams has been zero.
Next to nothing, honestly.
But here's what happens.
He did have some big flashes. It just
when it's
didn't. It just wasn't
contract time for
sustained.
Sam. That's when he'll flash. He'll contract time. He'll flash, and So, I don't know. I feel like there should be like 6 players on this roster who's safe: Micah Parsons, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. Did I say 6?
That might be
Tyler
too
Smith.
Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith.
Your punter.
Yeah, the punter.
Aubrey.
I mean, your field goal
Aubrey.
kicker. Your field goal
Yeah,
kicker.
Brandon Aubrey got to be safe.
Yeah, and then
I can't have Brandon Aubrey kicking for
Yeah.
the Kansas City Chiefs or some shit.
Anybody else can
you
get it.
guys wait,
every
listen
year,
to me.
so 5.
First day
You
of
got
free agency.
5 that's safe.
Hey, listen.
You know what I'm saying? I could put
J-Lo.
I'll put J. Lou in there. I'll toss him in as a
I'll give
6.
yeah.
Even though
He
he's
played
a
a,
big.
He
Oh,
earned
he
his way
should've-
back
he
in there.
should've
Jay
been
He
Lou
earned his way
played
back in there.
great ball last year, but I ain't gonna say he untouchable.
Right. After that, bro, it should be fair game. It should
Listen.
be fair game.
DeRon Bland might.
Listen,
Bland-
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why J. Lou is untouchable.
Bland should be traded, but
The reason
he's
why
not.
J. Lou is untouchable is because Diggs, you don't know when he's coming back, and then Bland is now semi-injury prone. J. Lou is low-key untouchable, bro. He is your healthiest, best
That is-
corner. If I'm not mistaken, he played more
I
games
was
than all
actually
of them.
going to say that we need to be trying to trade DeRon Bland before he end up like
Yeah.
Lawrence Armstrong and not
And
getting
that-
should.
that's what I was saying.
Man.
Everyone's having these conversations about trade
said it.
Micah. If there's someone you should be talking
You said
about,
it.
it should be DeRon Bland. But it's kind of hard though because you don't know what's happening with Trayvon. So you know what I'm saying. But
Say, man. Say, I'm the dude that told him trade Michael Gallup. Hell, you mean? You know I'm all for it.
So,
I mean, I said this, man. I feel like that's one of our flaws. We always milk them until they dry and never get nothing in return.
Right.
Like I said last show I did, you just had an all pro guard, like a Hall of Fame gold jacket guard, and now you have nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's short span.
Right.
I was with trading Zach Martin 2 years ago. A lot of people was like, no. Now we gets nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to hold these players until they have nothing left.
no
You're
value.
supposed to be able to predict, okay, how many good years I got left out of this dude. Okay, now I'm thinking in an advantageous level, I'm finna try to capitalize on him instead of him giving me all these bad years and I gotta pay him. You know what I'm saying? Like Tank, he's too far gone now. Now you gotta die with the ship with Tank. You know what I'm saying? He's a
Tyron
tank, but
Smith.
you gotta ride with the
Tyron
ship
Smith.
now.
Mhm.
He has no trade value no more now. And I like Tank. Tank is a real cowboy. He a real, you know what I'm saying? He's a real one. I like Tank. But we know how many is his best years ahead of him or behind him.
You want to know why though? You want to know why though? Because we like to we trade players post prime. You got to trade to get the most value in a player. You got to trade them in their prime. That's why I be having these arguments from players, and they be like, "Let's trade who's somebody on this team that don't play. Let's I don't know who's a random player. Let's play Nashawn Wright. He ain't even on the Cowboys no more. But let's trade
Oh no, I
Nashawn
got
Wright.
one.
I'm like,
Malik
bro,
Hooker. Let's trade Malik Hooker.
let's play Malik Hooker. I'm like, bro, why if you don't want the player, there's
They don't
chances
want
are
him.
they don't want the player.
All right.
The reason why you
It
don't want
gotta, it gotta
you gotta
sting a little
trade
bit.
someone.
It gotta sting a
only
little bit when you
organization
do
get hoodwinked from old ass players is us. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
No,
Thank you, bro. We're the only.
let me ask you a question, and maybe this is why they're scared to do it. We got rid of Amari Cooper early, and we still didn't get shit for him.
Got a fifth
We
round.
don't know what we're doing in the front office. Somebody got mad at me when I said the front office is a
We
problem.
gave them a fifth too.
Come on, bro. And
We
then
swapped
he got
Fields
traded. He got traded years after that for more.
for a third. When he was less of a player, got a third round pick for him.
That's insane. We don't know what we doing in the front office, bro, and that's a
Problem.
major problem.
It's a major problem.
Somebody got under my tweet talking about what you mean is a major problem. Man, have you been watching the Cowboys? Is you crazy? Like, I shouldn't even have to explain that. You insane. We been getting fleeced and hoodwinked, bamboozled for all these years, bro. Come on now.
Hey, you got hoodwinked for Trey Lance.
I got some more draft questions for Jay Tuck while we have him, because this is a commodity we don't usually have. I don't really want to skim over it before, So listen, Tuck, you know that I like my boy Andrew Armstrong out of Arkansas. But who are some other late round wide receivers? Let's say the Dallas Cowboys pull their same bullshit that they usually do. Let's say they draft an offensive lineman in the first, or a linebacker or some shit that's going to make us break our TVs. And then they wait till the 5th round to assess wide receiver. Doomsday scenario.
Yeah. The landlord done pulled every lockout by then.
I do want to say this. Even the years where we waited late to get wide receivers, there were better wide receiver options on the board that we did not take. So who would be the guys that we did end up doing that? Who would be the guy that you would want that would actually be worth getting? In my mind, for me, I'll give you two: Torrey Horton and Andrew Armstrong.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, Torrey Horton was going to be one of mine out of Colorado State. I love Torrey Horton. Got to speak to him at the combine. He looked good yesterday or whatever, Saturday when he was running. So Torrey Horton would be one. We all remember the game versus Colorado 2 years ago. Though he come off the injury, but I love Torrey Horton. And another guy for me personally, once again, going back to UCF, is Kobe Hudson out of UCF. I mean, this is a guy who's been electric since the moment he got to UCF, also played football at Auburn. I was able to talk to his wide receiver coach a lot, and I don't understand why he's being slept on. I mean, 900 yards, in the Big 12. He played across the Javon Baker last year. They were one of the most explosive wide receiver duos in college football. So Kobe Hudson for me out of UCF, but also Torrey Horton. Another guy, you said day 3, right? Day 3.
Do we talk about late round? Cause we got 3 fields. They don't believe in moving up, so they probably
at late round. You probably could talk about like Ty Felton, possibly.
Ty Felton he had a great combine.
Yeah, he had a great combine, so he might be kind of 4-ish, round 4, round 5-ish. Out of Maryland. I'm trying to see
4.37 speed, by the way.
Yeah, 4.37. I don't think that the conversation. I know Wes was talking about this on the phone earlier about Tez Johnson. Me personally, I still don't see the kid sliding that far. He might slide a little bit, but I would be shocked if Tez Johnson slides 4th or 5th round. He's just that damn good. I know a lot of people get caught up on the measurables and all that. His 40 really didn't pan out, but when you watch him play, you watch his Senior Bowl, that's what I prioritize. Can you play? We all talk about, 40 speed, but y'all remember Jalen Hyatt. Everyone was all googly-eyed over Jalen Hyatt. You know what I'm saying? He can't play.
Not me.
Right? No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you play wide receiver, landlord, so right? First 5 yards is the most important. So for me personally, I would probably go with Tez Johnson. He has that connect, with the wide receiver coach Junior that we brought over from Oregon. So if he's there, I would definitely pull the trigger. I know we met with Caden Prather out of Maryland. I think he's like 6'2", 6'3", so he's an ex-wide receiver. For me personally, it's just going to be.
Are you out on Pat Bryant?
No, I love Pat Bryant out of Illinois.
Yeah.
I also like Zachary Franklin on the other side as well. So I'm interested to see how he does in his pro day. But I like Pat Bryant, but also Zachary Franklin. Also Ricky White out of UNLV is another guy that I'm also interested in kind of watching. But for me, it's like, how is the Cowboys going to view the X position? I mentioned already they got Mingo traded fourth. They got Ryan Flannery over there. They got Jalen Tolbert kind of playing the X. You got Jalen Brooks. So I feel like if they're going to go wide receiver, it's going to be more of a Z guy. So I know a lot of people want the big physical 6'3", 6'4", 6'5".
I do. Yeah.
I feel like they're going to say they already have that, unfortunately. Now, me personally, I don't think they do.
With who?
They're
They're
going
gonna
to
say Mingo.
They're going to say Mingo. They're going to say, well, if you toss, I guarantee you, I would bet money right now, you would hear Stephen Jones say, well, if you toss Mingo into this draft class, he's going to give y'all that in the post game. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't going to dog Mingo, though, because we ain't really seen him in his offense with that yet.
He has upside potential, but I'm telling you, he's just not that, right? Even if you compare, like, Jonathan Mingo from Trey Harris at Ole Miss, kind of the same frame.
Yeah, I liked them coming out of Ole Miss.
Trey Harris is, I feel like he's night and day difference from Jonathan Mingo. Me personally. If you compare him to, let's say, I'm trying to think who's another. I'm not going to compare him to T-Mac. That's unfair. But I just feel like he doesn't stack up to what's in this class at that position. There's a lot of big X wide receivers. So, I mean, yeah, you can give him some opportunity, but I don't think that Jonathan Mingo is going to put the fear in any defensive coordinators. I just don't think he does. And I feel like for me personally, that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has it. I can say AJ Brown. You can say Devontae Smith. I can say Justin Jefferson. You can say Jordan Addison. I can say Jamar Chase. You can say T. Higgins. I can say CeeDee Lamb. You can say
nobody.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? I want that where you have to really come out and say, oh, I here simplify, y'all. I want someone we can play Madden with. You know what I'm saying? Can we go on right now, go online and pick the Cowboys and try to play Madden with them and see if you can beat people tossing the Jalen Brooks and Jalen. It's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You can't run with Rico. You got no protection on the left side. You got no wide receivers. Jake Ferguson, like a 71 speed. Like, Madden players. You see what I'm saying? So for me personally, I would go and dress the wide receiver room and I would do it early. First 2 rounds, it's needed. It's
thin, bro.
Make
wide receivers is
easier on
thin.
that. It's gonna
And
make
listen,
easier on that.
and it's not about the fact of there's no good wide receivers outside of the first 2 rounds. There's none of our difference makers.
Right.
Not year one, not day one. You know what I mean? It's gonna be
it'll be an outlier in there somewhere, but
yeah,
I wouldn't want to bet my money on it. Yeah, I wouldn't bet my money on it.
Right. I mean, because you can get like Nash, one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick Nash. Jack Besh out of TCU, or even Savion Williams. Like,
who would be the bottom tier receiver you will take at 12? Like the worst one.
The worst one
at 12.
And that's not even saying they're bad, because like
I know. I'm just saying it can't be too bad because you're picking them at 12. But like, who would be the worst one that you will take at 12?
So I was asking this question. So for me, when it comes to just the film, I think I got Tet number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I have Luther number 2. I have Emeka number 3, and I have Golden number 4. So
that's about right.
So that's kind of how I would go.
So Golden to be somebody you'll take though.
I mean, I would
probably trade back.
I wouldn't be mad like, oh, we got to go. I'll be all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like if everything got wiped out, but for me personally, and I know the knock on Emeka Ibuka is that he doesn't feel like a number 1 wide receiver, which I understand that, but he don't have to be here. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to be. He's a guy who's played a Robin pretty much his entire career. So he's cool with getting 4 to 5 targets, getting 65, 75 yards, maybe a tutty here and there, and be good with that. Versus Luther Burden would probably be losing the shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I want that. I'm
about to say I might need that other guy.
I want that who knows and feels like he's a wide receiver number 1. Because think about in Minnesota, right? When Justin Jefferson went down, Addison was like, okay, I got this, bro.
Pick right up.
I got this. You know what I'm saying?
And guess what? When we seen CeeDee Lamb throw a hissy fit in the beginning of the game in the rolling credits, like the show just came on and CeeDee already bitching out and mad. Like we supposed to have somebody like, okay, CeeDee, right, you in your little fit, let me go to this dude. Boom. Right. Boom. It's supposed to have been somebody stepping right up, taking that role.
Right.
And we did not have nothing. We had no answers.
Right.
And we had to lose.
And I
You
feel
see
like
what I'm saying?
I feel like that's always been a problem in Dallas. We just don't want to breed competition. It's not just the wide receiver position, even with the quarterback. Like I hated that Romo never had a guy that can push him. I hate that Dak they don't have a guy that can push him. Like, listen, this is football. These are grown ass men. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and get talent. And if you cannot go out there and handle business, we got someone that can come in and step up and fill that void. So, for me, it's just creating competition across the board. That's like creating competition across the board and getting away with keeping people safe because they're favorites or we paid them through the contracts.
So let me ask you a question, because listen, some people don't want Emeka just because they see him as a slot, at the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that CD Lamb, even though he moves around the board, like still the lion's share of where he ends up in the slot is going to be in the slot. So do you feel that way about him, about his versatility? And piggyback on that, let's tie it into the Cooper Kupp talk. They talk about, they might trade for Cooper Kupp. Well, he's a big slot receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really is somebody that's limited to the slot. You ain't going to put him out wide, especially now with his diminished athleticism. So
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. When it comes to Emeka, I feel like he can play the Z. He can play the slot in Z because the same thing with Luther Burden. It was like, because you got to understand, they also play in these colleges as well. You know what I'm saying? And these systems ain't too damn complicated. So their alignment, they just want to get their best player just out in space. So, for me personally, I feel like Emeka can play the Z, which is the field wide receiver, kind of that same Brandon Cooks role. And I feel like when it comes to Emeka, he's the most Dak friendly wide receiver, 4.5 yards of separation per target, Chris route runner, just come to work every day, do your job. Like he kind of just fits that mold. So if you kind of want that old thing back that we kind of lost in Amari Cooper, I feel like Emeka feels that. But if you want that high octane swagger, firepower, where it's just a different feel, different vibe in Dallas, I feel like that's going to be more Luther Burden if Ted is gone, which I think he will be.
And listen, I hate that. But let me ask you a question, because you said like Luther Burden probably fits more into what the 49ers want to do, right? Because don't get it wrong, there's plenty of teams that could take Ted before we get him. The 49ers is just really the last hurdle to get him onto the team.
How the order go? I need to see how the order go.
All right, let's see if I can find it real quick while I'm talking. But my thing would be this. So like you said that he would be a good scheme fit for him. Who do you think is the best scheme fit for the Dallas Cowboys out of the 4 possible first round wide receivers?
Emeka Ibuka.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to be the Dak high IQ guy. It's going to do his job. Like I said, it's going to be instant plug and play. When it comes to Emeka Ibuka. Now, that's assuming that our passing game and our scheme is kind of similar to what we had under Mike McCarthy, which I think it is, right? And a lot of Cowboys fans don't want to agree with me. We not running Schottenheimer's offense. We wasn't running Mike McCarthy's offense. We running Dak Prescott's offense. So a lot of people say, oh, we're going to get back to the run game. Dak's going to go to the line of scrimmage. Here we go, right out that shit. And you know what I'm saying? And do what he does best as he's the conductor of our offense. So for me personally, a guy that's going to be playing the game from, the ears, above is Emeka Ibuka. Dak will tolerate a lot of stuff, but the one thing he won't tolerate is you not being where you're supposed to be. You won't have that problem with Emeka Ibuka. He can run option routes if need to be, full complete route tree. He's surgical, so he kind of gives you that new school version of Amari Cooper to add outside of CeeDee Lamb.
We know Dak do lean towards the route runners too.
Right, yeah. Because Dak don't like putting the ball in trouble. So even though for me personally, I like Ted, I love Ted, big catch radius. I don't think Dak's gonna put the ball up in traffic like that to let him actually go use that 6'4", 6'5" frame. But for me, man, it's just hard to pass on. And the reason why I feel like Ted can slide, because when I spoke to him, he didn't run the 40. He didn't participate in drills at the combine, and he's not even doing it at his field or his pro day either. So he ain't run the 40 at all. So
one thing I do like about Tech though, with the size, is that you ain't got to be 1,000% accurate on every pass. You know what I'm saying? That catch rate is coming handy, man. Because sometimes that can't get it perfectly there. You know what I'm saying? And normally that be incompletion. You know what I'm saying? That be a turnover on downs. That be a punt situation. So I think I like the big stature and the catch
Right.
radius of them guys because you don't have to put it on the you don't got to thread the needle every single time.
Right.
You
And
know what I'm
sometimes you mentioned
saying?
about his hands, man. He has hands of pillows. I
If
mean,
he catching straight hands.
he
That's
can't-
what I like
yeah,
about
it's
him.
just all hands. I mean, one-handed grab. I think like every catch, there was some like crazy stat, like every catch that they had to review, it qualifies a catch, like reliable hands. I mean, the only real knock on him is the route tree. But when you're a big XY receiver, you're not running zigs and all, you know what I'm saying? Arrow routes,
Come
like it's
back,
just
goalpost.
slant. Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's
Maybe
very
slant.
drags, stuff like that. So
You
it's
know
like,
something else we need though? Something else that it would excite me about getting a receiver like that? Like, you more prone to throw the back shoulder with a bigger body receiver too.
Right.
Like that's unguardable stuff. Don't y'all see we have that? We don't have that in our repertoire.
right.
Like when you see Dak throwing back shoulders to anybody,
Yeah.
not
and-
even the CD.
And think about it, Romo made a living off of that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Romo
he had
made
it. He made
You
a
just
living
said
off
it.
of that with
Him
that.
and Dez was money with that, bro.
Yeah. And
They was
so,
money with that.
for how many years we struggled in the red zone, and here's the silver lining with all this, y'all. If you go get a a wide receiver like Tet and pair him with CD, that helps our run game tremendously. I'm not saying keep Rico, but that helped because you can't double team, you can't play single high, you can't. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to play two safeties on top and play these shallow zones in these light boxes, which is going to create opportunity for your running back. So whether, you know what I'm saying, that whoever that might be, it's going to make life easier on everybody when you have that threat.
I look at that back shoulder almost like how everybody trending doing the little deceleration Euro these days in the NBA. It's nothing you could do with that, man. You mean to tell me a dude running full speed, then he's just stop and turn and done?
You just know.
You can't defend that,
bro. You
cannot defend that.
Catch radio with that radius, with that wingspan.
Just imagine
too much.
It's 3rd and 10, playoff scenario. We gotta have it.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, if Dak don't find nobody open, it's an incompletion. We finna punt the ball. It's over with. We're not gonna be successful. If you got a guy like Tech, you can either throw it higher. The air is unguardable. You know what I'm saying? You got to think. When you got a receiver going against DBs, one of the main reasons why DBs are DBs is because they can't play the ball in the air.
Right.
Why, have y'all seen that? Like when you see the ball get thrown up in the air, DBs just lose their shit. Like they just get retarded all of a sudden.
Right.
I'm sorry. They just act like they can't count from 1 to 5 all of a sudden. They just looking up like, where is it? And then the receiver just make it look easy, like he's just catching the ball. Like DBs cannot play the ball in the air, bro. That's why I do
For the
like
most part.
most DBs can't play the ball in the air.
Right. Because you're doing too much. You
would be a receiver.
Right.
You would be a receiver, literally.
More money anyway.
And here's also one of the things, y'all. If you think about it, we never really got to see the three-headed monster in CD, Michael Gallup, and Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? Because Gallup got hurt that first game versus Tampa. So we never got to see it. But leading up in that game, we really should have won that game versus Tampa, and they call that BS, pass interference with Godwin. Like, Dak was cooking. He was surgical. So why not go out? You just paid the man all the money. Why not go out there and just make life easier for him and load the clip? We saw it across the league. Like I just mentioned, Josh Allen had 18 touchdowns, bro. You know what I'm saying? They went and got drafted Keon Coleman. They went and got Dalton Kincaid. Then they went and got Amari Cooper. Like, they were adding weapons around Josh Allen. We saw what they did in Philly. Even the Kansas City Chiefs and Pat Mahomes, they went and got D-Hop. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Jet, like all these quarterbacks get all these different things to make their lives easier, but all we can get is an offensive tackle.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's no way you can look at me in my eyes and tell me, like, maybe I'm higher on Dak than some people. I don't look at Dak as the best ever no more. Like, I don't look at him like he one of them, like patting him. I don't look at him like that. No. But he's a damn good quarterback, y'all. Mm-hmm. I do look at him as one of the best in the league. Mm-hmm. But when I look at Jared Goff, you mean to tell me Jared Goff better than Dak, bro?
Of course.
Like, being real, bro. Yeah. Like, I want you to look in my eyes. I'm like, do you really think Jared Goff is better than Dak, bro?
Hell no. But his life.
Do you see the weapons this man got over there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You put Dak in that offense, bro.
Yeah.
Shit.
And like I've
Bro,
been
them boys
saying,
to be cooking.
I want it to be where Dak Prescott has one of these boring gas 12 for 17, passing attempts, 115 yards, but Amari and Hampton went for 175 and 2 touchdowns, and then you had CD
Thanks.
going for 115 or so. You know what I'm saying? Like we can actually take a PTO day. Dak can't take no
I seen
PTO
that
day.
once. I seen that once. It was 2021 against the Carolina Panthers.
Oh,
Dak Prescott
right.
threw 4 touchdowns. He only had like 17 attempts.
Right.
And Ezekiel Elliott ran for over 100 yards. Tony Pollard 8. Dak Prescott had two runs and ended up with like 30 yards on the ground. It was beautiful.
What I want to see from Dak, I feel like I might have to. I don't know how I'm gonna do this research, but most of the games when Dak got a short down and distance, bro, he literally be unstoppable.
Mhm.
No lie. Like a couple of games come to mind, especially like you can probably just say anytime we played the Vikings, Dak just go ballistic, bro, and we be cooking them boys, man. Like even when they was a good team, it's like we got short down the distance and like Dak literally leads that offense and we just scoring like stupid points, just going crazy. Like I want to see Dak with a 3rd and 3. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Dak with 3rd and 2. 3rd and 1. What you seen from the Eagles? What you seen from the Eagles? Them boys was in 3rd and 1 all year.
Yeah, and listen, you remember what we did in Dak Prescott's rookie year? We barely saw 3rd down. We barely had to worry about 3rd down.
Right.
There's no rule to say you even got to get to that down and distance.
Facts.
Right.
So
And then you seen the Eagles, they sold never mind. But they get the 3rd and 1, and now you got 2 downs to get 1 yard with them. You see what I'm saying? That's a cheat code. Like, bro, I want to see Dak with a short down the distance. I want to see Dak having a release valve, just handing the ball off into a workhorse back stomach and let him just go eat. I want to see Dak being able to do his little 3-step drop and find somebody wide open. I want to see this. Like Dak don't have that luxury. He gotta speak life into these inferior talented people. Like I told you, I seen one of them reporters, man. I can't remember who said that, but I made a whole show about it. It's a talent fallacy in Dallas to me. Real talk. Like we are not as good as we portray ourselves to be.
Right.
Real talk.
We are
like we
mainstream.
overrate a lot of our players to me.
Thank you, bro.
Real talk.
We do that with our draft picks. We do that a lot. Where we go out there and because we're fans of them.
We love them because they are players.
We got the best. You know what I'm saying? Jake Ferguson.
Man, everybody said Jake Ferguson was finna be an All-Pro this year.
Yep.
I know he got hurt.
But
Cowboy Nation felt like he was finna be an All-Pro last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not the next thing. I got a 2-pronged question. How high are you taking tight end in this draft? Because Jake Ferguson, my guy.
This draft, I ain't messing with it, bro. I'm focused on receiver, and I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be mad if the 3rd pick a defensive tackle or something, because I know they deep. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you gotta address those positions this year. You know what I'm saying? And even if you keep Osa, you gotta build this defensive line too. Like I ain't mad if you find I'm gonna just say this. I'm a whisper. It's a couple of positions that mostly I want weapons. Like 99.9% I want weapons. No lie. But it's a small percentage that I won't just break my computer and my mouse and everything about. I'm going to give you those positions. If you mean to tell me you got a super dope corner, because we need them. We need them, bro. Like, just be real. Our cornerback position is uncertain right now. It's unknown. If you mean to tell me you got your dream corner right there, I ain't finna be mad at you, bro. I'm not.
At 1?
I'm not finna be mad at
12, you gonna take
at 12, if you got your guy, if you mean to tell me he finna step in and be one of them ones, if you feel that way, I'm not mad at you because that's a real position of need right now.
All right.
That's something you need.
So let me ask a question. All right, so you already gave me one. You gave me corner. Give me a name. Put a name.
I don't got no corner names right now.
Okay, that's fair.
So yeah,
So
I'm gonna get in my bag. So I don't know how they falling. I'm just saying if you tell me he good and that's your guy, I ain't mad at you because I know how bad we need corner.
Screen?
Huh?
Can I share a screen? Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, go ahead. Send it. Yeah,
I'm gonna put y'all on to something, man. It's a little J Tuck special, man. Since we family today.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Go ahead and share that. Bang. All right. So this is Dak Prescott's passing chart right here. Okay. So what is this showing to y'all? I'm going to chat. What is this showing to y'all? We struggle attacking down the field. This is, line of scrimmage is 10 yards plus 20 plus 25, right? So we don't have no one that can stress a defense vertical. You see what I'm saying?
The shaded ones represent a complete pass.
Yeah, the dark circles. Yeah,
Okay.
like these, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking at it, you know what I'm saying, just where we are as far as the offense, and maybe some of this is Mike McCarthy in the play calling, but we need to be able to stress these defense, especially in the seams. This needs to be Ferguson territory.
I about to say that's the tight end fault.
That's
If you ask
Ferguson
me,
territory. It's Ferguson territory. All right, bro. So this is what I'm talking about, where we just need additional weapons to go out there and help Dak Prescott when it comes to our offense, man. So I want to share that with y'all real quick. So,
Nah, that's perfect. I appreciate
but that was another one. Tight end. I don't have a name, but I'm just saying the idea.
Mhm.
If you mean to tell me this tight end finna change my life, I'm not mad at you about that. Because I don't trust Ferg at this point. That man got some mental things going on. I don't know how he gonna come back. I pray he's good. We support him. We, you know what I'm saying, prayers up for him. But he said some concerning things that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not even thinking about football right now with him. I'm just talking about Jake Ferguson, the person. Some of the stuff that he was talking about.
I must have missed that. So.
He said, he said
go
that
ahead.
After that concussion, he said it was so bad he was waking up in the middle of the night just crying because his concussion was so severe. I was like, God damn.
We've been TikToking with your girl, though.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying what he said.
So if that's the case, man, hey, me personally, I know you're talking about just tight ends, but he had an injury. His father used to play in the league, play for the Miami Dolphins. But go ahead and look up Arondé Gatson II out of Syracuse. He's going to be, now he's not your blocker. He's going to be your wide receiver that can stretch that field, though.
I need that seam guy.
He's that
seam guy, bro.
He's that seam guy that, hey, he can definitely shake some stuff. So
think about how Dak used to tear it up with Schultz, bro. Dak used to tear it up with Schultz, bro. He did. Like, we can't hate. Like, Schultz didn't deliver on the yak and all that stuff, but Dak used to connect with Schultz a lot. Like, he used to make it look like easy work with Schultz, bro.
And the reason for that, I personally always feel, is that Dak is an inside-out reader, so he likes to read the inside out the field before he gets to the hashes, right?
Yeah.
It's nothing there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing there. And, like, even when you had Old Witten was going to find a spot in the zone to sit. And even with Dalton Schultz, he ain't had to do much. Just find a spot in the zone and just sit there and get open. But for some reason, Jake Ferguson, I might have to go to the film on Jake Ferguson.
Hold on, Willie. Willie Stovall said, landlord, we did that with a second-round draft pick. I ain't tell you to do that with Shoemaker. Whatever his name, Schoonmaker.
I don't think nobody did, bro.
I ain't tell him.
So fucking mad.
I didn't tell him to do it.
Nobody did, bro. I think that was the gut punch that sent us all to our knees, dog. Like, I was just like, whoa.
And then at the time, we were still high on Hendershot and
they just came off
Bird.
they just came off the playoff game. You know what I'm saying? They was doing the whack.
Kellen Moore was using all of them.
And so what was so crazy about that, because remember, the rumors had jumped out that Mike McCarthy wanted Dalton Kincaid when, like, the draft day, right? So he wanted Dalton Kincaid. The Bills jumped up in front of us, sniped that, and Mike McCarthy said, "I'm getting me a tight end. I'm leaving.
I don't care.
I'm leaving with something." You know what I'm saying? And so he went and got Luke Schoonmaker. When we're all sitting there like,
dang, I forgot about one tight end.
Who?
Dang, it probably don't even matter. He be hurt so damn much. John Steven Jr. What about him?
Yeah, he's probably done.
He probably done, ain't it?
So yeah, he
can't stay on the field, man. It felt like he had a lot of potential, man, but it just he can't stay on the field.
Yeah, and so he was in the Shrine Bowl. So Arondé Gatson was at the Shrine Bowl.
He another Rico Gathers, man.
So yeah,
he another Rico.
Yeah.
So hey, my question to you, Tuck, was about defense, because we were talking about offense the entire time. So if a scenario came up, because he gave corner. Give me the name of a defensive player you could take at 12 and sleep comfortably at night. Not name a Dual Carter. Like, a Dual Carter is the easy one. Like, yes, if Michael Parsons' clone fell to you, of course you would take him. But, what's a defensive player you would take and not be mad at?
Cowboys fans going to be mad at me if I probably say this. They might not. But,
Michigan defensive side.
Mason Graham.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a huge possibility that Mason Graham could slide out the top 10 for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. I mean, he dropped down to like 290. I'm not sure what that was all about. So I mean, when I stood next to Mason Graham at the combine this past week, comparing him to Aiden Hutchinson, they kind of had the same build, which is odd for the defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Mason Graham, if he is who he was in college, he's disruptive as hell. So he can play across the line. He can play 5-tech-3. He even plays some 1, so he can play across the line. But I got to figure out what's going on with the weight because we can't have another Mozzie situation. I know a lot of people talk about, Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss. Me personally, I'm just not really feeling it. So then you have the conversation about the linebacker position, and that's more about Jalen Walker, outside linebacker out of Georgia, or maybe Jahad Campbell. That's your guy, right? Alabama, right, Henny? So those would kind of be the defensive guys. Me personally, Walker, I can see it. I'm not much of a Campbell fan because when I watch linebackers, I look for consistent and motor. And honestly, this linebacker class really hasn't just jumped like that. You know what I'm saying? For me personally.
Did he run? I know one of our linebackers like stupid fast though. Like I'm talking about he keeping up with receivers. You know what I'm saying?
I don't remember if he did run. Like I said, I was trying to watch the combine when the linebackers going on, but everybody wanted to network and socialize and stuff. So I think Campbell, did he run? I'm sure I know he did field drills. So he
ran a 4.52.
4.52. Okay, yeah, I think he did ran. So yeah,
good. That's pretty,
I would say like Mason Graham, if he slid to 12,
Hold on, you said 4.52?
4.52.
Yeah,
damn, that's damn near 4.4.
That's moving. So Campbell, Walker, and Graham for me defensively. Or if they say, you know what, we want to kind of go corner, then we're going with Will Johnson. I think he's the most technically sound corner in the draft, if you're not really counting Travis Hunter. You got Will Johnson. But a guy that I really like, I wouldn't take him at 12, though, is Darian Porter out of Iowa State. I mean, this kid has the measurables. He smoked the combine, pure lockdown, man corner. But I think the hardest part for me now is I don't know who I'm cooking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be able to cook for Mike McCarthy, cook for Dan Quinn. I don't know what these new people want.
You don't know what they're looking for.
Yeah, I'm probably cooking for Jerry and Steven at this point. So, I would probably say those are probably the defensive picks for me personally. I do like Nick and Manowari outside Carolina. I'm not taking a safety that early, but you know what I'm saying? He's kind of
shit. Hold on now. You say you ain't taking a safety that early. What about Malachi Stark?
I still wouldn't. It depends on who we resign. You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to ask a question, and it was really based on safety because I was about to say, like, name me a position that's outside the obvious that you would like to upgrade.
Yeah, safety.
Safety for me, bro. I've been trying to upgrade them boys.
Yeah, the Hooker Donald thing. I feel like I'm done with that experiment. So hopefully we do re-sign Wanye. Not sure about what's going to happen with Marquise Bell. They might try to keep him, but
Marquise Bell got the shortest end of the shortest stick ever, bro.
They did him dirty.
They did him so dirty, bro. Good Lord. And we said it before the season, too. We said, bro, this man just put his body on the line for us.
Right.
And then now he has nowhere to play.
Right.
And he did not play really the whole year either.
Right.
And he got hurt.
He got hurt, yeah, bro. He's playing linebacker. So, so safety would be a situation. So if that's the case, you might be able to get him second round. Xavier Watts out of Notre Dame.
Hold on, Malachi coming out, ain't it?
Yeah, Malachi Starks. Yeah,
I'm talking about Malachi Moore.
Oh yeah. Malachi Moore.
Lower draft pick though.
I love him. I love to have him. At 12, that's different.
That man got like a
Oh, you talking about safety at 12?
No, I'm just talking about safety at all. I'm just saying.
I'm talking about safety in the first round.
Yeah, safety in the first round. Oh, I'll probably
not at 12 maybe, but you know how they do. They
probably move back.
They the team that move back. So back end of the first round, like you wouldn't take Malachi Stark.
If I can move back in and get him, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because
but for me though, I feel like there's a lot more that we need if we're gonna do all that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if we're gonna move back in, I would like to move back in the first round and get a running back if we don't take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you took a wide receiver and you moved back in the first round early, you know what I'm saying, and got like an Amari Hampton if he slayed, like, ooh, I'm gonna need to do that. Let me see if I can pull that off him on this.
Let's see what team trade back look like.
Yeah.
What else? What other position? You got a position here? that you want to upgrade
Well,
outside of the obvious?
Let's see, because I already said safety, but Dancer ain't quarterback, not this year.
Well, I'm gonna give you guys a name. And listen, don't be mad at me. I'm just giving y'all a name that Cowboys fans. I'm probably gonna do a film session on it, so y'all just need to circle this name, and it's Amon Membu, tackle / guard out of Missouri. Circle him. Just I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying circle him because one, he gives you that versatility to be able to play outside and also play inside. He's like 6'4". I didn't see what his full measurables are, but I just saw yesterday when I saw Big Duke was like, yeah, that's my dog, and he's working out. I was like, oh shit, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, here we go. He's working out and training with Duke in Dallas, and that's so. Just saying.
Jared Jones, if you think about drafting offensive lineman, somebody, not me, because I'm gonna be here, but somebody might hurt your ass.
We sick of yo. We sick of yo, Jerry. No, man, for real.
I cannot do. I'm gonna have a Micah face, bro. I'm gonna be like, you know what I'm saying. And there's some good offensive linemen like Will Campbell out of LSU, but I'm gonna
have to break something. Like, I got to take my frustration on something.
Man, that's how I feel when we drafted Kelvin Joseph, dog. I just logged off. I said, listen, y'all, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm just done. So, it's just one of those things. But yeah, if they go offensive linemen,
both safety positions is I want to upgrade.
Wyatt Williams.
If they go tackle, where the hell is everybody playing at? Because listen,
they gonna put Tyler Guyton back to tight end or something.
They gonna be playing 6 offensive linemen out there.
You got Tyler Guyton playing left tackle right now. Stephen Jones, you just came out and said that Terrence Steele is in your plans for this year. So both tackle positions are spoken for. We believe you at face value. So what the hell are you gonna do with another tackle?
You don't need one. Get a running back and get a receiver.
No, then you got. What was the purpose of even getting Austin Richards and letting him develop? What was the purpose of drafting? What's the other tackle we got last year?
Matt Walesko.
No, not Matt Walesko. I'm talking about last year.
The one we got somebody out of Auburn or something.
Nathan Thomas.
Yeah.
Nathan Thomas. What was the purpose of all these damn draft picks?
Just cause.
Just for the hell of it.
Just cause.
It's stupid at this point.
Y'all talking about go O-line. We just drafted 3 of them last year.
You drafted 3 offensive linemen last year. And guess what? One of them actually panned out, and you spent so much on the other one, you got to see if he panned out. So
Cooper Beebe made the blow from Tyler Guyton a little soft.
That's what I was saying. It was a parlay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because once they traded back in, because the story was they wanted Graham Barton, who went to Tampa. Tampa sniped Graham Barton. They moved back, and I heard what the story was. They called Big Duke because they never even met with Cooper Beebe at all, but they saw him training with Duke. So they called Duke and said, hey, that kid that you had from Kansas State, can he play center? And Duke was like, well, he hasn't played it, but I can play. Like, can you get him ready? They said, yeah, I can get him ready. They said, all right, bet. So they took Tyler Guyton with the mindset that they're going to turn Cooper Beebe into their Graham Barton. So since they parlayed it, it came out okay. Because I personally hated the Guyton pick. But once they parlayed it with Cooper Beebe, I was like, okay, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I just knew that Tyler Guyton was going to be a working pro. He never played left tackle. You know what I'm saying? He was just a right tackle, so it was tight end. You know what I'm saying? And then just toss him. And they didn't have an insurance policy. If they would have had Tyron Smith out there and then would have had him like we had with Tyler Smith, okay. But we had 0 insurance policy where the kid had to work or we're going to be in a bad situation. And we saw how that all happened. So
if you wanted a struggling left tackle, you could have just kept Tyron.
And I'll say this because
Tyron gave us 6 good games.
He would have came through better than Guyton did.
Yeah.
I'll say this because you moved back, you prevented yourself from drafting Brian Thomas, who ended up being a 100-yard receiver.
Yeah.
So remember, he went 1 pick before you drafted Tyler Guyton. Now he probably wasn't even on their damn draft board. How stupid they be moving.
Right.
I'm about to get ready to hang it up in a second. I'm gonna have to get up out of here, but I gotta ask one more question.
Sure.
So what you think about staying put? Are you gonna be patient and just take what they give you, or are you gonna aggressively move around in this draft?
If it's me, I would try to be aggressive. I'm trying to in the first 3 rounds, I'm going to get what I need. I'm not trying to be cute, but I know how the Cowboys are.
They
want to
so
sit back and say, hey, our guys almost got to
they
us.
so passive
Yeah,
aggressive.
I hate it. You know what I'm saying? So if I know, okay, I need a running back, a wide receiver, and a tackle. First 3 rounds, I'm going to get them ones. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll sit back and kind of see how it falls back on day 3 or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Especially since you don't have a 4th-round pick, you don't have the opportunity to sit back and just, sit. Now, personally, we maybe we got to pump them up, y'all. Maybe we can try, what I'm saying? But that second tenure, we wouldn't get that this year for Turpin, right? That's next year, right?
I think it'll be next year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what I'm saying? If I can pump Turpin up, get a second off him this year,
That'd be great.
Yeah, but I was like, for me, I gotta move. I gotta go be aggressive and get my guys because there's been too many times where we set back and just get sniped. I mentioned Graham Barton. You remember we wanted
Dallas Goddard.
Dallas Goddard. Remember we wanted Trayvon Moorick in that same draft, right? And we were talking about TCU, and the Raiders jumped right in front of and took Moorick, and then we ended up with Kelvin Joseph. Like
Micah worked out to be a great player, but we wanted Surtain though.
That was an accident with Micah.
Yeah, we wanted Surtain.
We wanted Surtain. It was J.C. Horn. You know what I'm saying?
Corner.
We wanted corner, but it's like where we got lucky with Micah is that Micah didn't have a combine. If Micah would have took his ass to Indy, would have had it in that pandemic year, and everyone saw him running around and it would have been just like Abdul Carr. So we got lucky with that. But I feel like the Cowboys, they rest on that. They're like, we drafted Tyler Guyton, who was a project. I mean, Tyler Smith is a project, and he worked out. We'll do the same thing with Tyler Guyton. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. Like, you have to be aggressive. And especially why the Cowboys need to be aggressive before we dip, y'all, is they don't do nothing in free agency. So you got to pick one.
You got to be aggressive somewhere.
If you're not going to be aggressive in free agency, you need to really go out there and smoke the draft. And I feel like the biggest mystery and the biggest myth when it comes to the Cowboys is we inflate how good Will McClay is at the draftee. He's all right because we put all the bad picks, the Mozzie's and the Tacos
on Mike McCarthy.
We put that on Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones with Jerome, and that's Will McClay.
Yeah, that's Will.
Yeah, that's Will. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Schoolmaker. That's
Mike McCarthy wanted him.
You know what I'm saying? It's Mike McCarthy. But you know what I'm saying? But Micah, that was Will McClay. So it's Will McClay we trust. No, absolutely not, man. He's had a lot of air balls, and he needs to be more aggressive because you're seeing teams like Philly do it constantly.
And just like you said, I feel the same way. I just feel like you're not gonna reach the pinnacle of football being conservative, bro.
Right.
Show me where the Eagles was conservative at. They went conservative nowhere.
Right.
They was going crazy, aggressive.
They traded for A.J. Brown and got Jordan Davis in the same draft, and then turned around and traded up and got Jalen Carter.
We're not doing a Eagles ceremony. We just saying that attitude is why they holding up the Lombardi right now. It is. Like they not only did they get one of the best corners in the draft last year, they got two of them
and traded with a team in the division to do it. You see what I'm saying? And what people don't understand is the ripple effect. Let's say I'm Darius Slay, right? And we went out and got Saquon, and then we went and got Quinyon Mitchell, and I'm turned up. I'm like, all right, bro, we trying to go for it all.
Yeah.
The way I train is different. The way I focus is different. The way I study is different. Because you don't think that Darius Slay didn't elevate his play, knowing that the Eagles went and got two premier corners in the draft. Saying so he took his game up a whole nother notch because they got competition. That's what the Cowboys got to get to, bro.
You can't get greatness out of conservativeness.
You can't.
You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? You got to take a swing to be great, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to dare to be great. You can't just stumble upon greatness. You're not going, you know what I'm saying, tap on the door and then greatness let you in.
Right.
Like, you got to kick that door down, bro.
Right.
Like, you got to really be about this because everybody want to be great. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it by mistake or subtly. You gotta stare greatness in the face and take it, bro.
Right.
And I don't think the Cowboys about their life.
You're not.
And I feel like they need to shift their attitude and their mindset, or it's gonna be more of the same.
Same results, man. Same results.
I agree with y'all. But hey, man, I know you said you gotta leave, landlord.
Yes,
I gotta dip too, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
So hey, man, it's a great show. We've been on here damn near 2 hours, man. You know, time
Yes,
flies when you're having fun. But
absolutely.
Y'all got any closing things I want to say to the people out there before we vanish?
I think I just said my last piece.
Tuck.
No, man, just appreciate the support, Cowboys Nation. We know it's rough, but this is why you got to follow some of the best in the business with our content creators that really got your best heart, in mind intentions, man, and make sure that y'all getting covered. So we're gonna do what we do best. We're gonna cover the draft. I know Henry Landlord, West Coast, they're gonna do what they do with their content. Just make sure y'all lock in the right people, and we all in this together, and try to make sure we find a way to fix this dysfunctional team. But we appreciate each and every one of y'all. We're gonna keep rocking, rain, sleet, or snow.
Already.
And hey, man, it's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store. Make sure you ain't already subbed up to my folks, man. You go over there and join CFO gang. You go over there, buy you some crack from Trap House.
Wait a minute.
Look at that dope ass content over there.
Crack content, that is, police.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
nah. I said what I said. Shout out to, make sure y'all go there and join up on West Page, man. He slid in and supported us. Make sure you come get drunk in the liquor store. And hey, man, we will be back doing this again real soon. And hey, make sure y'all still like and share. Hit the cash apps on the way out, man. Slap Eagles fans, slap the shit out some Eagles fans on the way out.
Please.
And in the words of West Coast Cowboy, never look down because the stars